that baby's gonna be pushing up on your stomach and there's gonna be acid reflux. Your first instinct is gonna be drink water, and that's gonna be the worst thing you're gonna need to do. Hi everybody, it's Kevin Libby. Welcome back to my office here in Santa Monica, California. Question of the day was, what type of diet do you need for a healthy pregnancy? So that's a very interesting question. After you've consulted with your doctor and you have a healthy, and everything's determined to be healthy, prenatal nutrition is critical. Essential nutrient preconception is actually key to avoid things like spinal bifida or cleft palate, any soft tissue diseases. So first and foremost, we want to get the essential nutrients in every single day, and most of those are covered in a prenatal vitamin. Now, a lot of my pregnant clients are going to be concerned about weight gain. What's healthy weight gain? So if we don't want to gain too much weight, now that you're eating for two, remember that baby's growing or that fetus is growing. So we're going to want to get in 130% over your active basal metabolic rate. And you're going to gain some healthy weight, but you're not going to have excess weight due to inflammation because there's not proper nutrients for the gestation of the fetus. So we want to make sure that we get in the proper nutrients every single day. Now, in order for the tissues to grow for the baby, carbohydrates are essential. So it always goes back to single ingredient starches. I'll say that over and over again. We're not doing any refined or processed carbohydrates, but we do need to get carbohydrates for the baby to grow. Now, in the first trimester, these are critical times to get in the zinc. That's key to avoid things like Down syndrome. So we want to get in all of the essential minerals, but zinc is probably most essential. Obviously, B9 and B12, folic acid, and things like that are going to be included in your prenatal vitamin, but zinc is key. Now, fruits, vegetables, and the right amount of protein every single day. Now, you're going to be going through some texture issues. So you might not want things that are hot. You might not want things that are cold. You're going to be having cravings. To avoid cravings, which is known in the animal kingdom as cribbing, is we've got to make sure that we get in all of our essential nutrients every single day. If we get the essential nutrients, there should be, quote unquote, should be no cravings. But as long as we give ourselves an energy source throughout the day as the baby's stealing the iron and your oxygen levels are dipping or your hematocrit levels are dipping, we will make sure that we get in the proper amount of nutrients every single day. So we take your ideal body weight divided by a kilogram times 24 hours a day to estimate your basal metabolic rate, which is your resting metabolic rate, times 1.2 to give you your active basal metabolic rate, which is just regular activity throughout the day, and then times 1.3, which also happens to be baseline for athletic, which is also the baseline for healthy pregnancy calories, so that the body's giving, the baby's getting enough nutrients, the mother's getting enough nutrients. We also run into things like gestational diabetes, which is insulin resistance, and they'll do the glucose test when you at your doctor's visit. But if we run into gestational diabetes, you still need energy. That doesn't necessarily mean we have to completely cut carbs because of the gestational diabetes. We just have to make sure that we're eating slow carbs, not no carbs. So for a healthy pregnancy, it's just like when you're eating for yourself. Only now things have to be a little bit cleaner. Because remember, your immune system is the baby's immune system, and the baby's immune system will still be dependent on the health of the mother even after delivery, because the baby is going to be developing its immune system through the colostrum, the mother's milk, for whatever that may be 3, 6, 9 months after the baby's born. So we need to make sure that we're getting in healthy, clean carbs, fats, and proteins, particularly omega-3 fats, DHA, for healthy brain function. We want to make sure that we're getting in all the proper nutrients every single day so that we have enough calories to support and promote the tissue repair from the mother, give her proper energy patterning, and for the baby to grow. We don't just select nutrients, we give the body every single thing it needs every single day. If during your doctor's visit there's deficiency in certain nutrients, then we're going to have to increase the nutrients accordingly. But make no mistake, if you want to gain weight during your pregnancy, by all means restrict calories and see what happens. If you think a female body is already protective, a mother's body is overprotective And what does the body always do to protect itself? It hoards and collects to protect itself. And the body will get very inflamed. First thing, you'll notice inflammation in the arms. You'll notice inflammation up here. Your breasts are already going to be swelling and they're going to be hurting. Then you're going to start getting more saddlebags due to the hormone imbalance. So really what's key is consistent energy patterns of foods that suit you. And that's what we do here in the office is we test you whether you're not pregnant or you are pregnant to make sure that we know what type of nutrients to feed the body every single day. During pregnancy, if you want a healthy baby, or what I said recently to a couple, do you want a super baby? Then we're going to be putting in all the proper nutrients. As the baby grows, particularly towards the third trimester, and this is when the baby grows really, really, really fast, that baby's going to be pushing up on your stomach and there's going to be acid reflux. Your first instinct is going to be drink water, and that's going to be the worst thing you're going to need to do. In order to avoid that reflux, we're going to stay away from foods that are acidic, that are going to increase the acidity in the stomach, because it's not because of low acid like normal reflux might be or GERD might be. This is due to the actual fetus pushing up on the stomach. And this is when the baby's going to steal a lot of iron. So what do we got to do? We got to elevate the high nitric oxide foods. I like to use supplements for this, particularly beetroot crystals. Yes, they do contain some sugars, but we need those simple sugars for proper energy patterns as well. But it's going to save the mother from being super, super tired and wanting to lay down every single day. So a healthy pregnancy is going to be a surplus of calories and a surplus of nutrients, because you are eating for two. It's not just a saying, it actually is a real thing. If you have any questions or want to know more about PH2, call 310-873-3705 or email us at info@ph2nutrition.com.